Good day, sir. My name is Victor Jaime Agno Rosales. My group mates are Christine Navallo, Dan Katapang, Jeril Machibelen, Justin Charles Gonzalez, and Princess Carl Austria. Me and my group mates made a mini quiz game. It has 5 different levels in 5 different categories. All of the questions inside the quiz games are mostly general knowledge.
First, the program will display a welcome screen, where the player can enter their name and press a button to the quiz. Next, a new screen appears, and this is where the quiz begins. There are 5 levels, each with their own 5 questions. The player must reach a score of 3 or higher for the current level to advance to the next one. If they fail to reach a score of 3 or higher at any of the levels, they lose and must try again. If you complete all 5 levels, you are congratulated and are sent to the results screen, tallying the score for each level and total final score.
For our welcome page, our J-frame is enter the game. Our J-label is welcome to the quiz game. We chose Verdana for its font so it would be pleasing to the eyes of the users. For the instructions part, we divided it into 3 lines. This is to inform the users on how to play the quiz. We also added the J-text field where the users will input their names to start the game. And after they input their names, they will click the J button named Enter to enter the game. And this is how our welcome page looks like.
Now we will talk about the question page. It contains the category, the questions, the 4 radio buttons with the answers to choose from, and the submit button. It also has the name of the player, level, score on the current level, and the total score on the left side of the frame. A label was used to name the category part. It is named according to the category inside the string, and the J panel was used to be the background of the category. Here are the codes that are used for the question part: total score, score, level, and name. Here are the codes that are used for button and J radio button. If the radio button is selected, when you pick an option or your answer, then get text is to be used for checking the answer. Submit button is named B1 and it has the set bounds of 225, 300, 100, and 30. Once the submit button was hit, then it will run the code and check if the answer is right or wrong.
Message dialogues provide information to the player. Message dialogues are created with a J-option pane that show message dialog method. We supply a null argument, thus dialog always pops out centered on a user screen unlike the frame. Whenever the player gets the correct answer, there is a message that will pop out, correct to score a point. But if the player doesn't get the right answer, the message tells the player, wrong answer. Since the quiz contains 5 questions per level, whenever the player finishes answering the questions, this if statement determines whether the player can proceed to another level or not. The player must have a passing score of greater than or equal to 3. Meanwhile, this if statement checks if the player finished all the levels. If we do so, the message that would pop out would be, you got total score over 25, you have completed the quiz. Whenever the player got a passing score, the message that will pop out would be, you got over 5, you entered the next level. If the player got unlucky, wasn't able to have a passing score, the message would be, you got over 5, sorry, better luck next time.
For the last part of our code, we made a result page. To create the result page of our program, we used the Java Swing API classes such as JFrame, JLabel, JButton, and JOptionPane. The JFrame was titled Your Result, Congrats, as default if the player got to finish the quiz game, and it will lit a green background. But if the player got a low score, the result page will have a red background and the title will change to Don't Give Up, Try Again. To display this frame, we set its visibility to true and the visibility of our quiz game frame to false. Once the frame was set, we added the labels, button, messages, and input the data needed. The message was created using a JOptionPane. If the player finishes the quiz, a message will come out that says he or she completed the quiz. But if the player gets a low score, the message will say to get better luck next time. After that, the JLabels that we created comes in. These labels contain the name, levels, scores, and the total score that the player got. And then, there's a labeled button created using the J button. This retry button will return the player to the welcome page and let them take the quiz again. And that concludes our presentation for the small application we created using Java Swing in object-oriented programming. Thank you.